Hi there, students. Liquidity. Okay, this is a business word. This says how easily an asset or something that you own can be changed into cash, into money. So if something has good liquidity, it's easy to change into money. So for example, gold has very high liquidity. It's very easy to change gold into money. And shares on the big registered stock exchanges have high liquidity. But shares in small private companies can have very limited liquidity. Let's see, liquidity is also something in accounting. A business has money coming in and money going out. And accounting liquidity talks about a company's ability to meet its bills, to pay its bills in the short term. So this very often this is a liquidity. There's a liquidity ratio, the ratio of how much money the business needs each month to how much cash the business has available each month. So a company with accounting liquidity has more money coming in than it spends, and that money that comes in is in cash, so it can do what it wants with it. You could have funding liquidity, which is the availability of credit to buy various different financial assets. So liquidity talks about how easily an asset can be converted into cash without affecting the price that you get for it. So maybe if you want to sell your car, that's something that's reasonably easy to sell. But if you have 22,000 2023 Mercedes to sell, that can be a much bigger problem, and the price will go down radically. So liquidity talks about how easy something is to change into cash. For example, banks must maintain sufficient liquidity to meet the demands of the people who deposit money with them. So very often if there is a bank, there is a question about a bank, then everybody goes to the bank to take their money out. And the bank has a massive liquidity problem because maybe they've got assets and various things that have the value of the depositor's money and more, and a lot more. But the problem is they can't convert it into liquid cash now, today. And that's why if there's a run on the bank can go bankrupt because there are people asking for their money and the bank don't have any liquid assets. They have no liquidity. They can't pay in cash, and that's the problem. Okay, so liquidity, market liquidity, the ease with which an asset can be sold, accounting liquidity, the ability to pay your cash obligations when due, to pay your mortgage, to pay your electricity bill, to pay for food. Okay, funding liquidity, the availability of credit to finance the purchase of various financial assets. So yeah, an investment with high liquidity is something that's easy to convert. Liquidity, available cash, or the capacity to obtain it on demand. Okay, so a bank could increase liquidity by shortening the terms or the term of its loans. Okay, so liquidity, having enough cash to pay for your stuff. Yeah. The ability to pay your liabilities, to pay your loans. Okay, if a bank closes, this causes serious liquidity problems for small companies. Maybe if the bank refuses to lend a company money, that will cause a liquidity problem as well. A company may be unable to pay unless it has spare liquidity. Okay, liquidity, when you've got money or goods that can be sold to pay debts very easily. Okay, something that's easily convertible into cash. The amount of cash or liquid assets. The company maintains a high degree of liquidity. A cash flow problem. That's a problem of liquidity. So yes, the liquidity trap, buying too many assets that are you can't sell easily. Okay, so liquidity. Formality. I'm going to give this a 6.5 in formality. I think this is a formal business word. Used in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal or formal writing. Liquidity. Bye for now.